Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I feel like we should have been doing that this whole time on all these reviews. I feel like we might have done that on the House of the Dragon reviews. Maybe not. Doing the little famous Game of Thrones intro music because famously this episode the show does not have that in the intro. But
You mean like
ladies and
us
gentlemen, if you could,
singing it?
yeah, just do a little hum in to lead into the episode. Oh, am I
Like this?
missing? Absolutely, but the Game of Thrones one, and preferably the South Park rendition of the Wiener 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 Wiener. Do you know what I'm talking about? No.
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, thank God. Okay,
I
I was
definitely.
drowning there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can decipher anything I've been talking about, we are reviewing A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 5 here today. I am the Dothraki singer, Kirkland Patzer, and who am I joined by?
I'm the Sir Taylor Field.
Sarah Taylor Field. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I feel like it's been a while since we did this because last week's was pushed to the Friday because of the Super Bowl. So it has been more than 7 days than we normally do this. But this is the penultimate um, episode of this season of this series, and yeah, no, we're gonna get right into it. At the end of the episode, we're gonna probably do a little bit of a speculation and predictions on what we're gonna surmise will happen in the finale next week on episode 6. Crazy how quickly the show has just gone right by, especially being it like shorter episodes and only being 6 episodes, or sorry, yeah, shorter episodes and only 6. It's just soared right by. And I'll just lead into my thoughts. And I thought this episode was a banger. I really enjoyed the show from the get go. I think the first episode I was a little bit like unsure where I was feeling just because it was so different than kind of what I was expecting, what I've seen in the past on these Game of Thrones show. But I don't know, really like the characters. I do like the vibe. It is a fun show to just tune in every week, and yeah, it's there's a lot of heart in there, and I feel like especially last week's episode going into this, it's spiced right up on just like the intensity scale. Maybe the last 2 episodes actually. I feel like both of them have ended like really intense with the poor actor lady, the stagehand that got her finger snapped off. Like from that point, I feel like it's just been like really more intense than what the earlier episodes were, where the earlier ones were just really like I don't want to say no stakes. It's just like more family friendly type. Maybe not family friendly. We saw some dong in the episode in the second episode by Sir Arlen Pennytree, but regardless, it just seems like the stakes have kind of been ramped up here in the last couple episodes, and yeah, last week ended with a big cliffhanger going into the 7 champions that Sir Duncan the Tall has to. What do they even call this? It's just Battle of the Seven. It's like their
Trial by
trial,
seven.
trial by 7. Okay, yeah. So it ended on the cliffhanger. We get into the competition, and yeah, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really tense. There was multiple moments where I like gasped because I just was so not expecting something to happen. I think more so with like the flashbacks that were spliced in there. And I should preface by saying we are going right into the spoilers. This is no spoiler-free section, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't seen it, bow out, or if you want to stick around with us. But yeah, we're going to be talking spoilers. But yeah, there was a lot of flashbacks with Sir Duncan and Rafe, I believe was her name, his female compatriot from back in the day before he met Sir Arlen. And particularly when she gets like just her throat slipped, I was just like gasped. Like I thought for sure she was gonna like I don't know, like turn around and stab the guy. Like I thought that was gonna be like a big moment. But yeah, he just grabs the dagger, slices her throat right in front of him. I'm like, holy fuck, this is my Red Wedding type, minor scale, but like just that type of moment when the character gets her throat slit right in front of our protagonist. It was intense, but yeah, I kind of bounced around there. But what do you think overall of the episode and that particular moment?
Yeah, I mean, the episode, I thought it was great, and it got me really pumped. And then for a second, I was like, oh shoot, because it cut to this in the past moment. I thought, oh, okay, that's what they're
Yeah, I kind
playing.
of
Like,
I kind of thought that too.
but they circle back, and I'm very thankful for that. I think all in all, it has a nice start, cushion middle, and then like a nice ending too. That has a
Yeah,
nice little like a cliffhanger moment. Like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen next week? So,
yeah,
I was all ears for this episode. It was great, and yeah, that particular moment, like because Madison was watching, and it was right before that happened. Madison just is just like, this person's bad news. So I'm like, yeah, they're full of bad decisions.
Like the
And
stump guy, the guy with the one hand.
Rafe was all bad
Oh, okay.
news,
Yeah, bad news.
bad news. And so sure enough, yeah, like she takes the dagger and then she looks at Dunk and just starts to smile. And then you see this guy, Alistair, I think was his name, starts coming after her. And like, okay, so she's gonna turn around and and stab him. No, he
Yeah,
just pulls
yeah.
it out and slits her throat. Like, what was your
Oh,
plan?
just takes the
Like,
dagger right in front of him. Like, what are you gonna do? Stab me? Person that gets stabbed. Like, it was one of those moments. Yeah, she didn't really
oh,
think that all the way through. Especially that like he knows that she's done that in the past. So, like right away he checks. Just yeah. She had what was coming to her, but still very brutal imagery for our protagonist, Sir Duncan. And then like afterwards when he's just like underneath the house, like cold and alone, sad. That is like, oh, he has no money, like no food. It's just like totally down and out. He got stabbed in the calf too by that spear. Like he had like an open
mm.
wound that in these times, like there's no way he's not getting like super infection, gangrene in that wound. Like he'd be losing that leg for sure.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
regardless, yeah, that was really intense moment. At the end was really intense. We can kind of save that for the end because that'll lead into maybe next week's discussion or the predictions for next week's discussion that we'll have. But even like the opening, like honestly, like when they get going, Duncan's kind of having his panic attack. Like he's having a hard time initially going. Everyone's
They're all
goes.
puking.
Yeah, they're
Green
all puking.
boys.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I didn't see that guy. I feel like he got fucking murked right away. I feel like I didn't. I should have rewound to because there was somebody early on that just gets like tossed off their horse, and I thought it was that same guy who he had like fallen earlier and like broke. Pardon me, broke his leg, I think, and that's why he like was only on the mount. If I'm
Mhm.
remembering of the right guy, but regardless, yeah, right at the start when he just gets stabbed like right in the stomach, and I
Game
think it
over.
was yeah last week when we were like. Oh yeah, like I think I was talking like yeah I think he is gonna pop off, you know, like usually in these Game of Thrones show we expect him to pop off but then he just gets murked, but I kind of think he was gonna no right away he just gets stabbed like right in the gut.
His
his
shield's fucking
his shield is
obliterated.
is is obliterated. He just like tosses it in the muck. There's like such a big moment when he got that from the blacksmith. It's like looking at his sigil and yeah it was just so funny how quickly it went to shit. And then when fucking the one Targaryen chap comes in with the flail and it just like smokes him in the head, and then all of a sudden like his one eye is just like shut. He took such a beating
Oh, he's
in that
down in the
clash,
mud, and
and
then the mud starts filling in his helmet from that
oh yeah,
POV. It's like, Jesus Christ.
gets stabbed right through the hand. Oh, it is brutal. He was definitely fucked up by the end of it. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. It was just like intense moments that like really had me on the edge of my seat. And because this episode, well, all the episodes have been so short. This one felt like it was octane speed. Like I just felt like it flew right by because I was so locked in. It did lose me like. I don't want to say it lose me, but just like lost like the pacing a little bit when it did go to the flashback, and then like I had the same reaction as you. It was like, oh, okay, this is what we're gonna do with the big clash battle scene. We're gonna just have a bunch of flashbacks to kind of fluff up the overall sequence of it. But no, I thought there was a good amount of the actual battle as well as the flashbacks, and it didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome. Like maybe like could take in a little bit less of the flashback stuff. There's a couple moments that it felt like there was. I don't know, some dragging on moments, but for the most part, I thought it was a good blend of the flashback and then the actual clash. And maybe I wish I saw like more of the other guys, like how they were faring, because like there's a moment between gosh, I don't even remember his name. Yeah, it is Prince Aerion Targaryen, like the guy that's like accused him of the crime. When they're like clashing and just staring each other down, and like limping at each other for like the final showdown. I'm like, where is everyone else? What is going on with the other Kingsguard guys and Buddy who's filling in for his cousin that just like switched to the other side, right? Like we didn't see them clash at all. So I kind of wish that we got some of that, but overall I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, no, I think the whole fight was just, it was juicy. It was really really good, and just, yeah, Sir Dunk just took a massive beating because, yeah, after getting stabbed in the hand, flail to the face, lance to the gut, and I'm pretty sure like Arion took his sword and like jabbed the side of it into his helmet and put it in his like eye again,
Oh
and then
yeah.
like he kept just like he managed to throw his fucking sword into his thigh,
Oh yeah, I
which was
forgot about that.
wicked, that wicked throw. And then he just kept like shanking him in certain parts too. And he brought his sword down on his neck. And I thought that was
Yeah,
game over, but like again, he's got the metal plate on his neck, right, which protected
true.
him. But his chainmail, I guess, chainmail helps with it helps with like flail and mace attacks, right? Like it didn't do anything
Hmm.
against the stabs. The stabs were just like
No, like probably
consistently.
slashing, I would imagine, like if a sword came at him, but like poking right
Mhm.
through. Like yeah, he got I mean the lance, right? It pierced right through his chainmail that he was wearing. I don't know if it covers everything, but yeah. And like even some pokes in the back. Like there were like he's like running away and he was chasing him. It was from Egg's perspective looking down on the fight. And he was just like getting jabbed in the back. I'm like, yeah, those pokes are getting through for sure. He was getting fucked up and then yeah, he just like blacks out. His eyes like wide open, as if he's just dead on the ground. And then he hears his old Sir Arlen Penny tree and
Get
stands
up.
back up and yeah, fucks him
I
up.
like for a night that really just you only get little tiny like tidbit flashbacks, you get little moments, you don't really get anything, but like I really like this, you know, penny tree character. Like we saw, okay, like he was obviously abusive at one point when it comes to training Sir Dunk and such, but just he seems to like there's a little bit more fleshed out with this character that I like how they're telling his story in these flashbacks. And so this whole sequence too, like he's drunk, he's singing Dothraki, he's just
Yeah,
absolutely bonkers. But like just how he he screams in the name of the mother and just decapitates this guy in the alleyway. Like I
comes
was like,
out just
oh
like
shit.
more than half cut. He is like so hammered, and he just comes out, decapitates the guy, fucks up the other dude, just battle to the death. Not even wearing flip flops. He's like barefoot. It was
Mhm.
yeah, intense moment.
Yeah, goes back to drink some more. But that whole scene with Dunk just kind of tailing behind him and following him. And yeah, just have that motivation just to kind of spruce or dunk up to get back up and fight Arian there. Yeah, it was crazy. And I was thinking, okay, well, Arian's like, I yield, but maybe he's gonna do some kind of shady shit, you know. And so I'm glad that we got that scene where Dunk just like lifts him up. It's like, tell them. He's like,
Yeah,
I renounce my accusation.
his
So that
face is
was good.
just smushed. He was doing
Yes.
the U.S. agent thing. I thought he was gonna execute him with the shield, like he does
Oh
in
yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But
Right.
like he was lifting it up. I'm like, they're not actually gonna kill this guy off. Like, there's no way he kills him in this tournament. But there was another Targaryen that got murdered in the tournament. But I don't know. Do you want to go
Yeah.
there now? I know
Well,
I said we leave it for the end.
one more thing I want to shout out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Like obviously, so like Team Targaryen was definitely like you got uh Knights, Kingsguard is what they're
Yep.
called, Kingsguard there, and you got the other guys that are with them too. Like pretty cool. They got unique armor, but then you go into Sir Dunk's side. Each knight looks just badass, and Baratheon, man, that was
Oh
fucking
man,
sweet. It's just the
it looks
antlers on his helmet.
yeah, it looks like a Halo online lobby when everybody got their like Spartan just
Yeah,
like pimped out with their different camos or whatever, their
that's
different color
right.
schemes and
Oh yeah.
their like later level unlocks. Their helmets just look crazy, but
Mhm,
yeah, I
mhm.
completely agree. The Kingsguard look okay. I agree with you. I prefer like the Game of Thrones. Is that what you said? You said you prefer the old ones, like the old armor of the Kings, or did you prefer the new Kingsguard look? I can't remember which side you're
Um,
on. They're both cool, I guess,
they're
but
both armor.
maybe you didn't pick a side. Maybe I'm
I
creating.
don't know if I really picked a side, but it's funny
Yeah,
because we have House of the Dragon, where the Kingsguard has different armor, and then I didn't like the Game of Thrones version because it's
let's
just
see.
well, it was kind of Lannister-ish, right? I didn't like how Lannister-esque it
Yeah, that's
was.
fair.
Um, I think I like the House of the Dragon Kingsguard the most.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the House of the Dragon Kingsguard's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Regardless, they look pretty sweet, but
They
the
do,
variety
yeah.
of Sir Dunk's side definitely was preferred by me.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, yeah, let's finish off our thoughts on the flashbacks then. I guess with Sir Ar not Sir Arian. What's his name? Sir
Arlen
Arlen
of
of Pennytree.
Pennytree.
Yeah, I love that. Like I said, that scene was probably the one that had like the biggest gas for me, just for Rafe getting her throat slit, Sir Arlen coming out popping off, and then what follows is like, yeah, just the montage of Dunk following him and just like staying from afar. At first, I assumed Sir Arlen would have like known right away that he was following him, but I don't know. He was pretty fucking hammered for a lot of those sequences. Maybe he didn't really notice nobody was on his tail, and I thought like Sir Dunk was interacting with him at least at night around the campfire. But then there's that scene when he's just like in the shadows, all cold and hearing like the animal noises as Sir Arlen's just passed out around the fire. But no, I really liked that sequence. I liked just getting that question answered, I guess, like how they actually did meet and how that went about. And yeah, no, I love a good Sir Arlen flashback. I was maybe wanting to see his famous sword again in this episode, see if they pulled that thing out, but they kept it sheathed.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I mean, I, I was half expecting to see the Arlen Pennytree, wood log come out in this episode, but
Yeah.
he kept that. He did keep it sheathed. Um, but other than that, I mean, Rafe was just a questionable character, as I already said, and I'm trying to think what other stuff in the flashback there was that I could really highlight.
Uh, Pretty
I
much
guess there-
just like the Rafe sequences, right? Like they were gonna escape the city, and then Buddy is like, everybody's
Mhm.
trying to leave the city, double the price. I thought Sir Duncan was gonna say like, you just go, like give her his
I
money,
thought
and
that
then they both
too.
go together.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was a lot more like Westeros expectant, just her throat getting slit right in front of him for some crazy trauma for our poor hero.
Yeah.
But what could have been?
The other thing too, and this was what I was trying to nitpick as well, was I feel like the show keeps dropping these key timeline notes, and so in this episode
Yeah,
when
they said
Dunk
Damon,
was,
right?
yeah, Damon's rebellion, and so I
Yeah.
was looking into it. It's like, okay, well, this is separate from Rhaenyra
Oh,
and
okay. I wasn't
Aegon's
sure.
and Viserys' whole thing. This is different. This is, I think, just below that because it's still like 100 years after House of the Dragon and 100 years before Game of
Mm,
Thrones, right? So,
okay.
um,
Yeah.
I was trying to look up like family trees and see where that fits into things because who sits on the Iron Throne right now? So we got what's his name, and
Yep. That's
what's his brother's name again?
Baelor.
Baelor and Maekar. Yes. So their father is Darion the Second Targaryen. He is the son of Aegon the Fourth Targaryen, and Aegon
Okay.
the Fourth. These fucking names, man. Aegon the Fourth Targaryen. Remember, it's one of the worst Targaryen in the dynasty, and the fourth Targaryen's father. I just want to know how far down the pipeline this was.
Yeah.
The son of
No.
King Viserys Targaryen.
Viserys,
King
our boy.
Viserys the Second. Targaryen's
So which one's
father.
this? Which
So
Viserys
he's
is
the
this?
first. No,
Okay.
no. King Viserys' father was Prince Dame. Oh my
For
God!
audio
It goes
listeners, I'm pulling
from
up the House of the Dragon Viserys photo, by the way.
Viserys II was born, son of his father, Prince Daemon. Oh, Jesus Christ, George R.
It's
R.
confusing.
Martin. What the fuck, man?
He liked like 5 names. He's like, these are so cool. I'm just
He
gonna make
did.
a whole bloodline out of
He
these 5
did.
names.
Yeah, because like I look
Confuse the
at
fuck out of the viewers.
this tree and it's like I don't know, but I do know that Baelor and Maekar's mother is a Martell. That I can specify.
Okay.
For what it's worth.
I
But yeah,
love it.
good flashback. Good flashback.
Good flashback indeed. Trying to think what else. Do we just go to Baylor then?
Yeah, let's go to Mr. B.
Mr. B. This was the final gasp moment that I had in this episode. It's fitting because it comes at the end of the episode. Everybody is pretty happy. It didn't seem like we have major losses. At least, I mean, we didn't really see anyone. Maybe his whole team just got murked. But Baylor comes in, removes his helmet, and he's looking like I don't even know what he's looking like. He's looking like he's missing something in his skull. Pretty wild imagery there, and then yeah, this is a big deal because this is the hand of the king, right? Like this is the next in line for the Iron Throne. Pretty crazy that he would have sided with Sir Duncan. You know, he's pretty confident because like Kingsguard can't touch me. It's like. Like, are you okay with that? That seems pretty cheeseball. He gets called out. It's like, yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, clearly somebody got him. What do you think about this? Were you expecting this to happen, or were you
No.
surprised?
No, I was expecting the only Targaryen to die was going to be that Darien one who was the drunk. You know, he walks in there, just bunk me on the head and I'll fall down.
See, I forgot about him too. So I didn't see him at all. I guess they show him at the very beginning when they go to do their initial joust.
That's true. They do.
But anyways,
Yes. So I was just blown away, to be honest. I did not see it coming because he's standing there. He just walks in so casually. And he's like, yeah, we need more good knights like you. And Sir Dunk's like, I pledge to serve you, kind of a thing. I'm like, this is cool. Yeah, Dunk's gonna get he's gonna get a gig working for the king. Why not? This is awesome. And like, oh, let's just remove. I feel like there's a meme and I can't remember it. Like, oh, let's just take this off. He's like, oh, is it bad? He's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like, fuck, no, it's bad.
it's like that scene in Breaking Bad when Gus he like walks out of like the room, but he's like missing half of his body. It's like, okay, how did he walk out of the room? Like, let's be honest. I think he would have died instantly if he's missing half his body.
Yeah. Oh, my brother's flail, or he gets me with that. Yeah, Jesus, his head just concaved in the back there.
Yeah.
The repercussions of that are huge. Like, so far, the king has no idea what's going on, really. So the king's gonna be like, yeah, oh, this knight was just protected a girl. Oh yeah, and your son died because of it, and your other grandson got the shit kicked out of him. His hand got sliced and his fingers off. And like, what the fuck's going on down here? It's supposed to be a jousting competition.
For just like a weekend, a fucking 4th of July weekend in Westeros, where they're doing some tournament and half the bloodline's just gone. Yeah, no, it's gonna be crazy, especially that like Prince. Yeah, he's Prince Baelor. Yeah, Prince Baelor. Like he was like the only one that was kind of on Duncan's side. So obviously there's Arion, who's already super pissed off at Duncan. He just got his face beaten in by him. His dad, who was like protected of him, right? Like he was trying to run and save him. My boy. When Duncan was fucking him up, he's gonna be pissed because his brother just died because of Sir Duncan, right? Because of this whole situation. It's gonna be intense, and I don't know what's gonna happen for Sir Duncan. I guess we got Egg. He's gonna be our voice of reason for the side, yes. But he's still just a little egg, and his dad is gonna be pretty upset. So.
Yeah. The other thing too with Arion. Arion surviving. Him. I just was falling back on just the teachings, the history that he gets eliminated by Dragonfire. So this is not how he meets his end.
Right.
And
I didn't think about that in the episode, actually.
Even though Sir Dunk got his ass handed to him, I was holding on to hope, like, okay, no, he's going to survive because, and this is something I learned recently, was that Brienne of Tarth is a descendant of Sir Duncan. So,
Brienne of Tarth.
Remember Brienne of Tarth? The one, the big lady who fell in love with Jaime Lannister.
Yes. Captain Phasma.
That's right. That would have been a better pick. Yes.
I knew what you were talking about, though. She's fantastic. And sorry, who's she descended from, or who's she a descendant of?
Sir Dunk.
Oh, okay. There you go. Honorable name. That's cool.
And her.
So that means he shoots some loads before he dies, right?
Yes, he does shoot some. he
There
shoots
you
them
go.
for sure.
So until that happens, we know he's safe. He's got some plot armor
That's
until that
right.
point.
Absolutely. There's something else I wanted to mention too, but I can't recall it. I'm just
Maybe it'll
drowning
come
in
back to
this.
you.
It'll come to me. I'm
You're
just
just
still
looking at
drowning in this
names. You're
family
just looking at
tree. That's
Aryans
what I'm
and
trying to figure out.
yeah.
Yeah.
You keep going. You keep going on that. But we'll jump into our little predictions, I guess, for episode 6 now, and just what's gonna happen because of all this, right? We've already mentioned this is a big deal. Um, Taylor Field, do you think we're going to possibly see the king himself? Like, is he gonna fly in, pissed off, his brother's dead? That's gonna be the finale, or no? We're not gonna see the king.
No, I don't think you'll see the king. I think things are. I mean, you always see a king and a queen and all the other Game of Thrones spin-offs and shows. Well, just Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. I think the nice thing about this is that it's so close to the chest. It's so simple on what they've established, right? Yes, you got Targaryens in there, you got Baratheons, you got these noble houses, but it's a high octane jousting tournament, right? So you're going to have these houses appearing and whatnot. And no, I think I think it's fitting to keep the king out of this. I don't think you need him to come in and have some divine intervention of sorts with our characters, because I feel like
Yeah.
that would just kind of strip away the weight and the consequence of our characters and what's going on. I don't need to see him come in and look at his son Makor and his grandson and be like, "You guys are idiots. Get out of here." And, Sir Dunk, here's 10,000 gold. Be on your way. Like, I don't want any of that. I want to see,
Yeah.
because Sir Dunk, he came here with honorable intentions. He got himself buried into this situation, so I want to see him be able to dig himself out of the situation too. And he's got a good team behind him.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just what the fallout is going to be at this point. Like I don't know. I don't know. I think, okay, while the attention was definitely focused on him because of everything that was going on, he got his claim renounced, or he got his accusation renounced, which is huge. But now, obviously, with Baelor dying, that's going to take a lot of focus. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't know. I don't see it being the king, but I see someone. Like, you
think it's
can't
just
even
gonna
get mad
be
at the
like
brother, right? Because if he did do
yeah,
it, like it's allowed.
like Makor is the one that fucked him
Yeah,
up.
I'm assuming because
Okay.
that's what he said, but we don't know
Yeah.
for sure. But
My old brother, boys. It's like the
it's the same thing.
we need this, but
Oh,
with
fine, young lads.
with Prince Baelor and just half his head missing. He's like, oh, my brother, up to his old witty games again. That son of a bitch. I'll get him in the next round. Oh, that's actually so funny. How similar that is.
It's the exact same.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you. I don't think the King's coming in. I think it's going to be a big Prince Makor pop off episode. I think he's going to be striking down the hand of God on
It's gonna be
yeah, it's gonna be one of those, or it's gonna be the good old.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I forgot that Travis snipped that. That's nice. It's way shorter
Yeah.
now and cleaner. But yeah, I mean, it's so interesting having Duncan in this world of the Seven Kingdoms, because I feel like I'm just so used to like betrayal and like corruption and just like no actual honorable and like things going on. So it's hard for me to like have hope that that like Duncan's gonna be completely fine out of this, because like really he was doing everything legally, right? You know, he got his team against his team. It was Sir or Prince Arion that like started this whole thing. It should have just been like a 1v1 match, but he was a pussy, so he called in his battle of the seven, and that's what Baelor had to participate in, and then he got his head fucking bopped off. But who knows? Maybe it is going to be Makor like pulling off like a Lannister type situation that he did do that actually. He did do that. Like I did get my brother, and he actually, honestly, that is most likely situation. I don't know why I didn't really think of that at first. I feel like I really was unsure on who got him. Maybe I missed the line when he said that about his brother, but that just completely makes sense because he would have been the next in line, right? If his brother did die. It's all fallen into place. It all makes sense now. I kind of just
Mhm.
convinced myself of what's going to happen there. So I don't know. Maybe it's not going to be a big deal. I am interested in the dialogue between Duncan and Makor. I imagine it'll happen. Because I feel like Makor was also like kind of annoyed with his son, right? When he wasn't just gonna 1v1 him. Like, come on, like don't be a coward, just do it. So maybe he has some respect for Duncan. I don't even know. I have no idea how that's gonna go, but I am looking forward to that.
It would make sense if there was that margin of respect for Sir Duncan, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to fall out, to be honest.
Yeah. What else? What do you think is gonna happen with Arion and Sir Dunk? And I
Oh
guess Egg too.
goodness.
I guess Egg will be in this interaction.
Ah,
Are
yeah.
you still
It's.
looking
I
at the
mean,
tree? How many Aegons are in that tree?
there's like 10 billion. I mean, with Aegon, I mean, he becomes king. So I don't know how, like, if Sir Dunk takes him on to be squiring for him after the fact, like after this, like, because obviously he's alive and he's gonna get
Yeah.
better. But I I don't think this is me loosely saying this because I don't know how the tree properly goes, but Makor and Arian fit into things because technically they're in line for the throne, right? Makor will be first, and then Arian would be next, and then it would come down to, I guess, the siblings. But Egg is,
Right.
I know for sure, Egg becomes king. I can't remember how he's. Oh, that was in one of the family trees because he marries someone and then they're related to someone else and so forth. But uh,
So
yeah,
confusing.
it's so confusing. Yeah, Egg is just a highlight in the show for me. I really, really enjoy him. Just his energy and his enthusiastic approach, like way, like I felt like that wasn't
Yeah,
acting. He was fucking giving it.
that
Oh,
that moment kind of made me chuckle because it was just like all the music died and all the moments where like the music died and it was just like completely quiet. Oh, I love those. I'm such a sucker. I feel like it's like a staple in like medieval combat type type movies that like moments like that will happen. But it happened at the very beginning, and then I think in that sequence too,
hmm
just intensifies the moment. But yeah,
hmm
it goes to him, and it's just like a really long, drawn out, like his little screech. But no, it was great delivery.
hmm
Um,
hmm
but yeah, he's definitely a highlight. I think I've said it every episode, but just specifically his chemistry between him and Dunk. I'd like the moment when Dunk goes off and he's like, you better be here when I come back. If you steal any of my shit, I'm gonna call the dogs on you. But yeah, it's wholesome interactions.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure it is. Trying to think what else.
Do you think it's gonna be a cliffhanger, like set up something really obvious for like a season two, or is it you think it's gonna be kind of closed loop, like the whole setting of the show feels like it could just be a closed loop because we're just here at the tournament, right? Like we've been here basically the whole season. It's a good just location for this show is to have this whole tournament sequence. I guess I could have asked too, like, do you think the tournament's just over after this? Because some royals have just been murked at the tournament grounds. Are they going to keep going? But yeah, I asked a couple questions there.
Do I think the tournament's gonna close? Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
the hand of the king got fucking dropped dead.
All right,
Like
next
shit.
event. Next
Yeah.
event's coming up.
Yep.
The ring toss.
The Olympics. No, I think the event is as good as done. And then, sorry, what was your other question after that?
Um. Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be like a cliffhanger ending, like setting up for like a
For
season
season two, right?
Obvious.
Because I guess I've seen articles saying season two is confirmed. Other people have said that it's confirmed, and there's other instances where I've seen that it's just a one and done. I'm gonna hold on to hope that it's a one and done, and I say that because I don't think that this should be something that goes off of no source material, um, unless the source material was if the source material is completely told in the format of season one, that's it, point A to B, that's your story, then that's fine. I love that. I think it's great, but don't do a season two if you don't have anything else to base that foundation on, or to like to be in to run
We're
with.
bringing in
So
dragons.
yeah, dragons are back. I think that if they did have, let's say the novelization they used to inspire this show, if they only use 50% of it for season one and there's still 50% left to do a season two, boom, let's do it. Let's run with it. I think that's fine. But I think what people need to understand, and these content creators, well, these showrunners and these creators in this industry, the suits, that they can't just let the money, you know, give them wheels and run with it. Okay, the show's going to make a ton of money. It's doing great. It's getting the hits. It's like last week's episode was the most all-time number one favorite episode of the Game of Thrones, all the episodes, right? It was super peak hype and exciting. So don't ruin that. You know, do your one season, your one and done limited run. It's fantastic. It ends on a high note. Boom, there you go. And then let's get something else. You know, take the success, the team and the money that you've made off of that show and do something else. Like the swirling rumors I'm seeing about Aegon the Conqueror, and just going back to where it all started, right, with the big dragons and such, where he's got his sister wives and everything like that. Like, I think that's where we got to go. That's where we should
Doug.
yeah, let's dive into some of that world.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them. I feel like we could be there. Cool. You got anything else?
I
I'm
don't
squeezed out.
I'm pretty juiced out myself.
Yeah. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Threw in a couple little. There you go. Longest episode of the season so far, I think, on the reviews. We'll be back next week to round off this season. I'll just say the season, not the series, until further announced. But yes, thanks for anyone that joined, and until next time, we will be there. Bye.
Bye bye.